So I first learned about Transformations Treatment Center. I was at a get-together with some friends, and I was actually finishing up my degree in college, and met one of the other directors here at the time, and just really hit it off with him. Had a lot in common. I just put myself out there and said, "Hey, look, I'm looking for some work. I'm looking for a job." A couple years later, I'm absolutely loving it. I love the people. I love the program. I love what we do. I love how we operate and do all things with character and integrity. It's really hard to find a good place like that to be a part of and to work for. My role as the director of admissions is I oversee the whole admissions process. And so we have a team of 13 people, so that's admission coordinators, that's our clinical coordinator that does the phone assessment to make sure that we're the proper fit for our potential clients, and our insurance verifier. She calls on the insurances and checks on the benefits to see what our potential clients' options are as far as treatment goes. And so my job is just to make sure that the whole operation runs smoothly. So that's answering questions from the admission coordinators, that's keeping our insurance verifier updated on any changes, that's talking with our clinical coordinator when there might be a problem or issue client. It's really just to make sure that we are bringing in the proper clientele into Transformations. I think the mission and the vision of Transformations Treatment Center is really to provide the most quality help and care possible to those that to those that need us the most. And so that's through all of our different programs, our traditional program, our Christian program, our outpatient programs that have really been successful this year. The program's been growing a lot. Our first responders program, all of these different things. One of the really great things about Transformations and in my department is that we're there to provide help for everyone that needs it. So regardless if they're qualified for our program or not, we're going to be able to find them the best help and the best resources to fit their needs. We receive calls from the loved one of the addict and sometimes the addict themselves, and we get calls from everybody. So our clientele comes from all over the country. I'd say 90% are coming from out of state. And so the reason is because from a clinical perspective, it's always best to get away from people, places, and things when it comes to your recovery. So a lot of times what you want to do is you want to cut ties with everything that's keeping you from really living life in a healthy, sober way. And so here in beautiful Delray Beach, it's such a prime location to find sober support and help. And really just the resources that you need to be successful in your recovery. While our clientele is in treatment at Transformations, our goal is to limit the distractions as much as possible. And so what that means is we want our accommodations to be as comfortable and as real life as possible. That way, they can really focus on themselves and their time while they're here in their group setting, in the group settings, and then also individually with their therapist. So one of the biggest differences between Transformations and many other places is we are a real life setting. It's not institutionalized. It doesn't feel like you're in a locked wall, hospital type setting. It's like being at home, but with the sober support and then obviously the resources as well to help you succeed. As one of our clients at Transformations, because we have so many groups running at the same time, you can either choose to be in the traditional 12-step program or our Christian program. And so what that means is at any given time, we have traditional, Christian, we also have first responders for those that are, police officers, that are firefighters, that are, been in EMS, nurses, people that have fought in the service before. All these different programs that run simultaneously. I think God is using Transformations Treatment Center in a really powerful way. When our clientele comes and they go through the medical detoxification process and then they come into treatment, eliminating drugs and alcohol and everything that's holding them down really gives them the opportunity to focus on themselves and to also reconnect with God. And I think that through that process, the Lord just works in a really powerful way as far as meeting people where they're at and really giving them strength and giving them courage to face really what's the most difficult thing they've ever had to do in their entire life. And I think it's just a really powerful experience for our clientele. And I think with our therapists, with our Christian therapists, through attending Celebrate Recovery, through the Christian groups, all these different resources and tools, I think that our clientele is really exposed to, the gospel and the redemptive work of Jesus Christ in their recovery. Jesus said one of the last things he commanded of us is to go out and to make disciples. And I think at Transformations, really, we're given the opportunity to disciple those around us, our clientele and each other. And I think through the tools and resources that we give and we provide, we're really able to excel. As we're doing life together, as the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. We're really able to work through some of those issues together and really grow as a community. So most of our clientele that walks through the door, they've been living on Doritos and Mountain Dew to supplement their drug and alcohol addictions for an extended period of time. One of our goals is not only to heal the mind, but also to heal the body. And so what that means is they work very closely with Dr. Sands, our chiropractor here that's on staff, and he helps them and supplements their regular diet that we help them with vitamins and nutraceuticals. We measure their dopamine and their amino acids, and then even to help them sleep, their serotonin. So not only do we help our clients with their diet and eating right and teaching them how to cook good and healthy meals for themselves, we also, like I said, we do the vitamin and holistic protocol. And then furthermore, we also have a personal trainer that's here readily available for our clientele to help them work on their body as well, because that's going to give them the energy and the testosterone that they need in order to really be successful in treatment. Really, the most important thing when you or a loved one is struggling is to pick up the phone and call. We deal with this on a daily basis. We help people find the help that they need to really live life and to live to the fullest. I do what I do because I love helping people. It's incredible seeing the transformation that takes place when someone walks to the door and then when they leave here and they continue on in our outpatient treatment and when they leave and go home. It's really incredible seeing the amount of work that happens within these four walls and then outside of these four walls as well. For more information about Transformations, you can reach us at 866-211-5538, or you can visit our website at transformationstreatment.com.